Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're hearing my voice for the first time, you're highly welcome. And in today's tutorial, we're going to be glamming this caramel, beautiful, gorgeous model. So if you love what you saw and you want to see how we achieve it, stay back and watch to the end. Someone tell me we're starting off with cleaning her face with the Garnier micellar water. So you have to, whether you like it or not, have to start on a clean slate. So my today's model have a bit of an oily skin, so we decided to go with the Mahon mattifying toner. So this toner for me is like a mattifying block. It's like a sweat block for me. Do you get? So if you have a client that really have a serious oily skin, don't forget to use this particular toner at the very beginning, like the very beginning of your step. Then when we are done with that, we spray the skin with the dabber. You can also do so with the what's the name of that product again, the Mario Badescu. You can do the same thing with that as well. Then when we are done with that, we went straight to the serum, then to the moisturizer. For every step you take in hydrating the skin and in your skin prep, you have to make sure that each product sits into the skin properly. Do you get? Each product sits in the skin properly. Then we're starting off for her priming her face. I also went into this hydrating aqua grip primer. I always do this before going in with the mattifying primer because I already applied that toner at the beginning, so I'm sure that I'm secured when it comes to her skin. I'm sure if you follow my videos very well, you at this point you want to ask me a question, because I always told you that once someone has a very oily skin, you should not bother going with hydrating primer. You should just go with a mattifying primer. So for her, the reason why I went into the hydrating aqua grip primer before going in with the mattifying primer is because where she has a whole lot of oil is on her T-zone. So that is why I also went into the hydrating aqua grip primer. So I just want you to understand that everything has steps and there's no shortcuts. Do you get? So for our foundation, I went in with a charitable foundation and the other foundation I mixed them together to get a perfect shade. Then we're contouring her face with this black upper foundation that is inside a little bit of palette, something like that. Yeah, on this day I filmed this look, there was a whole lot of bass. Number one, my model had a very huge scar underneath her eyes that made her tear for Africa. Like it was like we're having a bucket under her eyes. She kept tearing and tearing and tearing and tearing. But thank God we're able to, I don't know why, I didn't know why I didn't film how we're able to manage the situation, and we're able to end up with a very beautiful and flawless makeup. So anytime I have such situation, I promise you guys I'm going to film it and show you guys how we're able to, navigate and get back to our feet. Okay, so let's go on. Then for the blush, I'm using that particular Curve Case palette. You see that Curve Case palette? Oh my god, it's everything and more. I love it, guys. I've been obsessed with blush lately, and I love to try so many things, and I love it when I try something that works. Trust me to always come and give you guys my honest review without bias. Do you get? So you see that blush, I give it up for them. It's pigmented and it's buildable and it's beautiful. Like, it's buildable and it's even blendable. Do you get? So when done with that, I went in with highlighting under her eyes. Then this is just me lifting the eyes up. Mm? Lifting the eyes up and making sure that the concealer that I used to highlight under her eyes blends with the blush, and the blush blends with the contour. Everything has to sit together. If you always watch my video, please and please, I should not catch you doing makeup and one thing is standing apart. No, they must not stand apart. They have to stay together and they have to marry each other. And you will always see me when I'm done blending in the concealer, I will always leave a little bit, at the inner corner of her eyes. So I use that particular point to blend in the contour of the nose, so everything goes well. There is no demarcation. So when I was done with that scene, then I went straight with setting under her eyes. So I used which setting powder did I use again? I used the Merac setting powder in the shade Cinnamon, and I'm really running out of Merac setting powders because they've discontinued, so I can't even get it anywhere else. But trust me guys, I filmed this look some months ago. Recently I have gotten my hands on some beautiful setting powders. I'm going to hook you guys with them because they are so lovely. So after I was done with setting under her eyes, I went straight with setting again with the compact powder. After you guys, I have trust issues when it comes to under the eyes. So when I'm done with setting under the eyes with setting powder, I go over it with compact powder. Don't joke with that. So at least you're double check that your under eyes is flawless and is good to go. So this is just me doing some powder contour. So when you do your cream contour, you're definitely going to blend it up with your powder contour. Don't forget that. And see how the face is so structured and so beautiful. Then when I was done with that, I used my Morphe setting spray to take off all the powdery effects, and everything is just beautiful and lovely. Today we are going into this particular base. I'm not using an eyeshadow base today. I'm using this particular what's this called again? It's a pomade. Yes, it's a brow pomade from Egg and Isa. So this is what I'm going to be using as our base, an eyeshadow base today. And you see me blending. When you use this particular brown pomade, you have to blend it in very well. Trust me, you have to blend it in very well. So now I was done blending it very well. I started with this particular shade in Annie's Beauty eyeshadow palette meets the browns to give it my transition. So you have to blend in from the known to the unknown. Remember, I always say this in my videos. Blend from the known to the unknown. So we're going to start with the lightest shade of brown, and that was exactly what we're doing in our transition. So we're going to start with the lightest shade of brown, then we go over. Just keep building as much as deep as you want it to be. You want it to be extremely dark, continue blending. You want it to be lightly dark, continue blending. Whichever way, you see how beautiful everything is. So lovely, well blended. Let me tell you guys, you see, the act of blending can never be overemphasized when it comes to achieving something flawless. You just get it right. Just take a good look at how the eyeshadow was before, but by the time we keep building the different shades of brown, we got exactly desired results, and it's so beautiful. So just going to use pigments for the eyelid. So I use the Silver Mark pigment glue for just an eyelid. Then I'm using that particular shade of pigments from Glam. So that's the Twinkle. I'm using it just pat on her eyelid. You understand? so I didn't want to go overboard. I just wanted something very, very simple and at the same time beautiful. Mm? See how beautiful this eye work is. Eye work is something, or is one of the things that pop up the face generally. So when you get your eye work very well, trust me, every other part of the face will just come together. Mm? So I decided to use a gold pigment at the inner corner of her eyes, close to her tear ducts. Then when I was done with that, I used that particular shade of brown to darken and smoke the outer corner of her eyes. You just have to, make that side deep. That I wanted the brown there to be very deep and dark. So I smoke the outer corner of the eyes and I took it down to the on just underneath the eyes, just to make it beautiful. Then when I was done with that, I used the setting powder to to clean it up. That's just it. To clean it up, make sure that everything was well in place. Then after that, I went straight with lining a lash line. Then fix her lashes. Then at this point is when we start battling with our tears, going back and forth. It was something. So, in fact, at that point, I had to leave the eyes. Now we're on the lip, blending the brown, making sure that everything was well blended. And when we're done with that, now, the drill, the nude at the middle of the lip, then making sure that everything is well blended. Whatever you're doing, whether the eyes or whether the skin or wherever you're working on, make sure your blending game is not forgotten. Blend properly, blend everything together. You will always have a desired result. If you have any question or anything that you find difficult to do, that it doesn't make sense to you, but you see me doing it, just drop your question in the comment section. I will definitely answer it in such a way that you will understand. Do you get? So at this point, I'm using my powdery blush to blush the cheek, and everything is coming together. Please don't forget to drop your questions and your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you've not. Share this video to your friends and family. You may be helping someone get better in his craft or her crafts. You never can tell. And woo la la, I've gotten to the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And trust me, I'll definitely see you in my next video. Bye bye. I love you.